Welcome to MLC TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Jane Balagbubo. First, the headlines. Governor YAHAYA BELLO approves the hosting of National Judiciary Games. Flood destroys 250 houses, food items in Sokoto. And the Tigers coach Brown invites 15 players for W Cup qualifiers, including OKOGIE METU. And now the news in detail. The Kogi State Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development, Idris Musa, has announced that Governor YAHAYA BELLO has approved the hosting of the 28th edition of National Judiciary Games in Lokoja. It will be recalled that the President of National Sports for Judiciary, Emeka Ndeli, had earlier announced in a statement that Kogi State will host the National Sports for Judiciary starting from August 17th to 27th of August. In a statement signed and issued to members of Sports Writers Association of Nigeria in Kogi by the Ministry Public Relations Officer, Victoria Tafu, disclosed that more than 400 athletes are being expected to converge at the Confluence Stadium, Lokoja, for the sporting events. The statement further disclosed that inspection of the facilities at the Lokoja Confluence Stadium went well with little adjustments to do. The commissioner further expressed appreciation to Governor YAHAYA BELLO for graciously giving approval for the hosting of the game, revealing that the 10 days game is expected to commence on August 17th and end August 27th, with all the judicial staff across the country taking part in the game. Idris, who stressed that the choice of Kogi by the association was largely due to the peaceful nature of the Confluence State in spite of the wide security challenges in the country. While commending the efforts of the Bello's administration for being proactive towards ensuring the safety of lives and property in the state, he assured the association of a peaceful atmosphere before, during, and after the sports tournament. The statement also disclosed that 11 different sports will be competed for, including football, basketball, handball, table tennis, badminton, volleyball, draft, chess, and athletics. The Osun State House of Assembly has confirmed Governor Gboyega Oyetola's nominees for State House of Assembly Service Commission members. The governor's nominees were confirmed on Monday at the plenary of the State House of Assembly in Osogbo, the state capital. Earlier, the state lawmakers adopted the report of the ad hoc committee on the screening of governors' nominees for the position of members of the House of Assembly Service Commission. In his remarks, the Speaker at the Parliament, Timothy Oweye, said the House can proceed with the swearing-in of the two confirmed members. Meanwhile, the state lawmakers continued with the Fifth Alterations Bill 2022 on the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. About 250 houses and food items in 3 communities in Tangaza local government area of Sokoto State have been destroyed by flood. Abubakar Gani, the spokesman for the State Emergency Management Agency, explained that many people were rendered homeless in the area following the flood while confirming the development to newsmen. He said the incident happened at the weekend, confirming that Shia, Ajia, Makers, and Runji are the villages affected by the flood. Zaberu Magaji, the special advisor to Governor Aminu Tambuwal, who heads the agency, also confirmed that 250 houses were destroyed in the 3 communities. He explained that a heavy downpour caused the flood in the communities, saying despite the destruction caused by the flood, no life was lost. He, however, admitted that many food items were washed away and sympathized with the affected people, while assuring them that the state government would do everything within its limited resources to provide relief materials for them as soon as possible. Ibrahim Lawal, the vice chairman of the local government area, thanked the state government for immediately identifying with the victims at a critical time. He also appealed for immediate and timely provision of relief materials to victims to cushion their plight, stressing that many have been rendered homeless and are without food to eat. The national president of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, has said the union will have a meeting with the federal government to address its ongoing strike action Tuesday. It was reported that since the end of the renegotiation meeting led by Professor Nimi Briggs, the government had not made effort to discuss their decision with the union's executives. Likewise, after the submission of the ASU report by the Briggs Committee, the President gave the Minister of Education, Adamu Adamu, a 2-week ultimatum to address the demands of ASU. However, the 2 weeks elapsed 3 weeks ago, yet nothing was done to forestall an extension of the strike by 1 month strike, which started on August 1st, 2022. As such, Osodeke, who appeared on national television's program, said the union was willing to call off the strike if the federal government agreed to its demands at the meeting. In line with the renewed and reinvigorated efforts of the commandants, Nigeria's Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Lagos State Commandant Eweka Edenabu Okoro, against oil pipeline vandalism and other forms of criminality in Lagos State, the Marine and Anti-Vandal team of the Badagry Division, Lagos Command, who were on routine surveillance and patrol on Sunday, recovered about 150 30 liters keg each containing premium motor spirits PMS, also known as petrol, along the creeks and bridges with Agbara, Seme and Badagry axis, where they had been kept in batches by unknown suspected oil vandals with the motive to smuggle them out of the country. The Divisional Officer, Badagry Division, Lagos State Command, Chief Superintendent of Corps, CSC Akinyemi Rashid Ayodeji, who led the operation with his gallant officers and men, further stated that the recent charge of the State Commandant, poised at ensuring excellent performance towards fulfilling the mandates of the Corps, proactively motivated the division to heighten the fight against economic sabotage and saboteurs in the division. The commandant has immediately ordered the anti-vandal units of the command to evacuate the suspected products back to the Lagos State Command headquarters in Alausa, Ikeja, Lagos, in a bid to carry out further intelligence investigation on the matter and find a lasting solution to such ugly economic sabotage in the area and the state in general. Commandant Eweka Okoro has also directed that the security of lives and property and the protection of critical national assets and infrastructure (CNAI) in the Badagry Division and other oil pipeline areas in the state be continuously beefed up, especially now that it remains few months to the end of the year, where some citizens may want to exhibit their desperation for illicit money at all costs against the patriotic and collective development of the nation's economy. Finally, Commandant Eweka Okoro also seized the occasion of this excellent and gallant operation to further reiterate the command's readiness and commitment to ensuring a zero tolerance against oil pipeline vandalism and other forms of criminality in the state. The chairman of Okene local government, Engineer Abdulrazak Muhammad, on Monday conveyed security meeting with the leadership of Fulani from the farm centers. The local government division police officer DPO and the director of State Security Services SSS were also in attendance. The council chairman frowned at the rate the Fulani harbors criminals within their circle and urged them to sanitize their ranks and henceforth refuse to admit strangers whose identities and source of livelihood are not known to the people and governments. Abdulrazak encouraged them to show capacity in assisting governments to fight insecurity. While acknowledging the efforts of the council chairman in area of security, they also pledged to provide the needed cooperation for government to achieve her objectives. In other developments, the chairman of Kogi State Hajj Commission, Sheikh Lukman Abdullahi, paid a courtesy visit to the chairman of Okene local government, Engineer Abdulrazak Muhammad. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. Now on foreign. The Australia current Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the former PM Scott Morrison secretly held 5 roles in the ministry. He described his predecessor's actions as an unprecedented trashing of the democracy. Morrison is facing calls to resign as an MP following the revelations which began emerging on Monday. But he has defended his actions, saying it was during the COVID pandemic and he acted in good faith in a crisis. Albanese said he had been told by the Department of Prime Minister and Cabinet that Morrison became Joint Minister for the Health, Finance, Treasury, Home Affairs and Resources portfolios in the 2 years before losing power in May. This deliberately undermined the checks and balances that are so important and essential for the democracy. He added that it was completely extraordinary that these appointments had been kept secret from Australian voters. Some ministers, including the then Finance Minister Matthias Cormann, were reportedly unaware they were sharing portfolios with Morrison. Former Home Affairs Minister Karen Andrews told local media she would tell Morrison to resign as an MP. For a Prime Minister to behave in this manner undermines everything that a federal government constitutionally should stand for. However, in a long Facebook post, Morrison sought to explain his conduct, which he said was designed to ensure government could continue operating if ministers were incapacitated by COVID. The risk of ministers becoming incapacitated, sick, hospitalized, incapable of doing their work at a critical hour or even fatality was very real. He admitted that appointing himself to the extra portfolios had been unnecessary and said he had forgotten doing so and there was a lot going on. Let's now join Jonah Malik for the sports update.
And on sports updates, Liverpool fought back with 10 men to prevent a first Premier League defeat in front of their home fans at Anfield since 2017 in a 1-1 draw on Monday as Darwin Núñez was sent off on his home debut. Luis Diaz's sensational strike salvaged a point for the Reds after Wilfred Zaha opened the scoring for Crystal Palace in the first half. But just 2 games into the season, Liverpool trails leader Manchester City by 4 points. In Spanish La Liga, Alvaro Morata struck twice to secure Atletico Madrid a 3-0 victory at Getafe in their opening game of the La Liga season on Monday. Morata, who has returned to Atletico Madrid after 2 years on loan with Juventus, scored a goal in each half before Antonio Griezmann wrapped up the points. João Felix played a key role by setting up all 3 goals. In other La Liga matches played on Monday, Atletico Madrid drew 0-0 at home to Mallorca, while Real Betis host Elche later on Monday to round out the opening round of fixtures in Spain. Still on sport and basketball, the Tiger head coach Mike Brown has invited 15 players to camp ahead of the 4th window of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers scheduled to hold between August 26th and 28th. This is the first game any of the Nigerian basketball team will be involved in since the federal government lifted its initial 2-year ban on international basketball. In a statement released by the Nigerian Basketball Federation on Monday, Jose Okogie of the Phoenix Sun, Miye Oni, who last played for Utah's Jazz, and Ike Nwamo with BC Samara of Russia all returned to the team. Chimeze Moto of the Sacramento Kings, Uchenna Uregbu, Michael Ogwene, Saint Champ France, Ben Emelogu, Ruin Metropole Basket and Kiet Omoera, who plies his trade with Jamlat Sweden. Ibiabuchi Agu of the Nigerian Custom Team, Michael Benije. Oklahoma City Blue, NBA G League, Amaze Ezekeze, Kataja, Finland, John Igbo, Kano Pillars, Christian Mekowulu, Casa de Mount, Zaragoza, Spain, and Abdulmalik Abu S. Olivao, Wolfsburg, Germany. The team's opening game will be against host Ivory Coast on August 26 before facing Guinea a day after. The team will square up against Angola on August 28. Currently fourth on the table in Group E after 2 wins in 4 games, the team will hope to hit the ground running in its quest to book a successive World Cup ticket. The 2023 World Cup holds from August 25th to September 10th in Japan, Indonesia, and the Philippines. And that's sports update on MLC TV News. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah, for the updates. And over to Matthias Ayodeji Peter for the entertainment update.
Welcome to Entertainment News. American rapper A$AP Rocky has been hit with assault and weapons charges over a 2021 shooting. According to page 6, the music star was slapped with 2 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm with allegations of personally using a firearm. Discharging a gun in a public place is a serious offense that could have ended with tragic consequences, not only for the person targeted, but also for the innocent bystanders visiting Hollywood. Los Angeles District Attorney George Gascon said Rocky was arrested in April and charged with assault with a deadly weapon. The rapper is under investigation by the LAPD for his alleged involvement in a November 6 shooting. Police said an argument between 2 acquaintances escalated and resulted in the suspect firing a handgun at the victim. Following the shooting, the suspect and 2 additional males fled the scene on foot. Authorities later identified the rapper as the suspect. The rapper first ran into troubles with the law in 2019 after he was arrested in Sweden. He was arrested for his involvement in a public fight with some alleged drug addicts. In an interview, he described his time in prison as a very difficult and humbling experience. He was jailed for a month. Crossing over to Africa, rap veteran, label executive and legendary artist M.I. Abaga have released the track list for his upcoming album, The Guy. Months ago, M.I. announced that he will be dropping a new album in 2022. He subsequently revealed that he will be switching his stage name from M.I. and taking on a new name, The Guy, which also doubles as his album name. As the music industry prepares for the release of The Guy, M.I. has revealed the album tracklist, which has excited fans on social media. M.I. revealed the tracklist via his social media platform on Monday, 14 August 2022. The tracklist contained 12 tracks and guest appearances by international and African acts. Featured artists on the track include veteran American rapper Nas, Afrobeat megastar Olamide, Dokamite, Fino, Caveman, Wandeko, Benson, Temi Owo, Lord Vino, O.C. Grace, Chills, Ice Prince, and Jesse Jacks. The track list revealed collaborations with talented artists across different soundscapes and generations. The album is set to be M.I.'s 7th solo studio album, and it's expected to push the legend into a new height in his illustrious career. And that is all on Entertainment News. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for MLC TV.
Thank you, Matthias, for the update. And that is the size of our package today. Join us at the same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV, like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, and Twitter at MLC TV1. For your events, coverage, information, contribution, advert, and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Fridays and Saturdays to watch our special programs. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Jane G. Abalagbubo. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Good day, and thanks for watching.